This is Travis at Three Corners Farms. I'm going to start a vlog series going over how I'm transitioning from working a full time job with a salary to market gardening and homesteading. So, just to give you kind of an overview of what the series is going to be about, is figuring out how to transition from that full time salary jobs to farming and using all the techniques to get multiple streams of revenue in, because most of us have mortgages, and the mortgage on our property we bought last year is much higher than our house in town was. So I can't just stop working and then have a farm, because there's going to be a period of time of no income and we don't have extra savings. So we're coming up with the numbers and figuring out how to transition, and that is, it's not an easy thing to do. And I've heard many people trying just to jump right into market gardening. They spend a ton of money, they borrow money, and then they, after 1 year, they fail, or after 2 or 3 years, they get enough money to make it that long, but they never make enough money to get out of the debt they've created. So my whole point of doing this is not to get ourselves in any more debt than we already have for just getting the property. I don't want to get, federal loans for starting, farms and trying to use that money, because you have to pay it back. So if you can figure out how to start a farm and move from a salary job to maybe doing part-time work during the slow time just to keep income coming in so that you can pay your standard bills, is something we're looking at. And since I'm in the technical field, there are opportunities being online. But I'd rather be farming. It's something that's way more enjoyable to do every day. I'd rather wake up super early in the morning and go out and harvest a bunch of vegetables to sell to people. And with this homestead idea, I want to be able to show people you can do that. It's not going to be easy, and it's not easy because right now I work, 40 to 60 hours a week, sometimes 6 or 7 days a week, depending on the time of the year. Plus, I'm trying to create this garden and sell it and help some of my other neighbors and other people that I know they're trying to do the same thing. I'm, trying to give them advice on how to build their accounts and so they can sell product too. I believe that, by me showing other people how to do stuff, it helps me get a little better and figure out a better plan of action. So we kind of have an idea how much I need to sell per year, and I'm working on the numbers. And as we go on, I'll show more about what I'm trying to figure out and how we're going to get there with different streams of revenue of sales of products and other items that we do here. And plus, we do some other stuff with farm animals and rescues, and it all costs a lot of money to keep up. So this whole series is just getting people to see that you can transition from a full-time job into moving over to being a farmer or anything else you want to do. It doesn't matter. It's just when we go to school, they teach you to go to school and then get a job and work for somebody. And even in the rural area where we're at, they don't really teach farming in the schools. You would think we're an area where you have tons of orchards, they would have special programs in your middle schools and high schools, and they don't. All really should be trying to figure out how to create an income and live on less than going out working for someone and keep on having to add more hours and pay more debt. Trying to do this without accruing debt. I'm going to show all the different places I'm talking to, different people looking for grants, and all local organizations that help do certain type of tests, because I have some ideas on farming here to lower the amount of water I need to use to grow my vegetables, and some different gardening techniques to help that out, plus different ways of selling your produce and anything else you want to sell. It doesn't matter if it's produce or any other items that you create, your own crafts. um, People struggle with some of those things, and that's the part that most farmers struggle with in this area that I've seen have nice big gardens, do a great job of growing, but then they can't sell it to anybody. They sometimes forget you have to connect with the community, and they just think they can just grow. And that's one of the things we have to work on as small farmers, is making sure you stay connected with the community. And if you're connected with the community, then they will support you even more. And then as you build that, you'll be able to increase what you're selling and who you're selling, and it just takes time. Everyone thinks you can just plant a garden and then tomorrow you're going to have sales, but it really is building a reputation first and then start building a bigger garden. That's why I started out very small this year, just to make sure that I can start building that reputation of my stuff being really good in quality, and I have. So that means next year I'll have an opportunity to grow or business. And that's where I have to figure out, am I going to grow enough to be able to support our household, or do I have to still work full time and just put in more hours in the farm? And that's where we're at today, is trying to figure those numbers out, procuring some land that I don't have to pay for a few years, and trading just for vegetables, which is another part of my plan. So just follow along. I'll go over more of some of these detailed areas when I get into where I'm at. But every week I'll give you a little update what's going on. And hopefully you'll like what we're showing and you'll follow us. And I'll just talk to you later.